home design. Listen, oh wait, oh I hope I can do it. Oh my God, Beverly, I was supposed to let you know I'm going in. I wanted my girl to come. Yeah. So the landlord moved out of the Healing of the Heart, Healing from the Heart Center, which is my second apartment over there. And when I saw it yesterday, it looked like it was a hot mess. I don't know what creepy crawlers are there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know what's over there. Hey, Melody. Good morning, Ermagine. I don't know what's over there. I know it might be some lizards. We praise no mice. I'm scared of these things. I'm going to jump. I want y'all to know. Hey, Roots. Oh, I got the wrong keys. No, this is the key too. But actually, let me see. I think, oh my God, Kristen, and the rest of y'all, Roots, and I'm going to go over to that apartment. And I'm going to go inside. And I know I'm in the country. I know I'm in the countryside. And I know, like, how you going to be in the countryside? How you going to be in the countryside and be scared of these things? So let me tell y'all, listen, y'all. I'm trying to show you everything, but I know some of y'all might be a little judgmental, which turns me off and makes me not want to show y'all nothing. I'm going to show you now. So if you feel the need to make it worse for me by telling me how bad it is, I'm not going to want to do it, and y'all don't want to do that. You want me to be happy. So I bought a fixer-upper. But I feel I bought a fixer-upper. The bones are good. The bones are good. And it's messy. So a lot of times in Ghana, oh, Suki now. Okay. A lot of times in Ghana, when you buy something, I'm going to talk a minute. I'm stalling because a lot of times you get an apartment, I promise you they will give it to you as is. As is. If you don't have the vision, you'll turn around, especially if you're American, because you know we got attitudes, we got ideas about how things should be. You will turn right back around. You'll be like, oh hell no, you're gonna clean this place up. What is all this stuff still left in here? Oh my God, lizards. I mean, okay, lizards are here. That was normal. Let me see, do I lock it? Look at that. Oh, here it is. So anyway, he took me in yesterday. Okay. Okay, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk first. The walkway looks good. Okay, thank you. He took me in yesterday, and it was looking like a hot freaking mess up there, okay? It was a freaking hot mess. It was dirty, but I'm kind of used to that because the first place I moved into, it was dirty. I tell you the story. I was with my girl from the States, and her father was a contractor. She was actually somewhat of a contractor, painter, everything. Her grandfather was a contractor. So when she walked in, I walked in. I couldn't believe they gave me that dirty apartment. They didn't do nothing. I had to like ask them could they at least paint. They didn't do any of that. They was telling me I was lucky I wasn't a good name because I would have got it just like that. But she walked away. She walked in there with me. And she walked away and she said, "Congratulations, you got a beautiful apartment." I was like, "She must be out of her mind because this is so not good." But that was a large one and it made it really beautiful, didn't I? So after I walked into this other apartment in the Cape Coast, I wasn't scared. No, I walked into this one, the one I'm in. The one I'm in. I knew it wasn't looking nice. It was as is. It wasn't looking nice, but I knew that I could make it nice. I wasn't afraid. I was confident at that point. I was like, I'm gonna make it nice. And you see, I think it's pretty extraordinary, and I'm not even done. Now, my Cape Coast one wasn't in the best condition. To me, it was dirty more than because it was a new build. It was only a year old, so it wasn't as jacked up, but it was definitely dirty, and I made that one work. So do we have any moderators? Let's see. Who's gonna be on for a while? Because I would love to make one of you a moderator. Let me know, because I could see Melanin, Diane, which one of y'all can I make a moderator? Before we go in, we need a moderator. Somebody volunteer. Because we can see that the trolls is coming in. But I love it up here. Like we're totally higher. This is the porch. It's gonna be so beautiful. This is it, like I said. I bought a fixer upper. That's what I call it. Like I bought it, but then I rented it. But I just want you to see the bones. First of all, we're not gonna, this is blue, it's not gonna be blue. This is mine officially. I got the keys and everything. So now it's all mine. Now some of his stuff is still in there, but the young man came to my house that lives next door to me. He's gonna take the rest when he gets off work. So that'll be gone. We just prepping y'all. You can make me, okay, Kristen, perfect. Beverly, okay, oh, Beverly's here. Beverly's here too. So let me, thank you, but Beverly, I met Beverly. I was going to call you, and I said, oh, no, what I started is I said, I didn't call Beverly. Because Beverly, I already told Beverly how I'm feeling. I'm like, girl, I'll be here for a little while. Okay, Beverly, be here for a little, that's right, because you're going. And Kristen, you are now moderator as well. Congratulations, thank you all, so exciting, thank you. And this is all my stuff that was already here, the nerve of me. But I'm talking about the windows. Okay, let's go in. Let's stop stalling. If you hear me jumping, y'all, don't act no way. Okay, I might jump. Okay, there might be some jumping. Right, and I'll cuss too. You will get a cusser. I like the green bookshelf. Oh yeah, thank you. I designed that one. That was in the first apartment. So let's look around what we're working with. First of all, I love the space because there is space. So I showed you before. So we're gonna take over. Let me tell you, I want everybody to see it because y'all said y'all want to see it from the beginning to the end. And that's what I'm gonna give y'all. Now, the last time I opened this curtain, a lizard was around, but you could see that the curtains and the windows, rather the windows have never been open probably. That's gonna change. We're gonna open up the window. We're gonna paint the door. This is the other curtain I opened before. It was a lizard. I'm scared. Fuck you, lizard. We're gonna open that one up too. Okay. This is the dining room. I mean, we could make it a dining room. So this could be the dining room. Now I'm hot. What's that on the ground? What's that? It's nothing. Okay, I'm gonna stop acting like a city girl. That's right. I remember that. I gotta get these windows fixed because this one is not opening. I'm sure it's an easy fix. All right, because it's hot up in here too, because he took his air conditioning, his fans. Okay, this is the living room area. It's the living room area. All this other stuff will be out tonight. It's the living room area. We're gonna open up the windows. We're gonna have fly curtains that's gonna go. We're gonna paint the whole entire place. Don't ask me what color, because the girl don't know yet. Why is it gotta be so damn hot up in here? And I'm menopausal. Not gonna work for me. Okay, of course, because there is no. Let me put this. Just gonna use this drum, which is also mine. So you gotta open all the windows. Well, that's what I'll do. Okay. So I think the living room is huge. The color, everything I'm gonna do. Once the stuff is out, I need to see. So what's all these wires? What are they up though? Do you have cable or something? All these wires. Where's this wire go to? I'll figure it out soon enough. Soon enough. All this is gone. He told me. All right. Now we're gonna go large space. I love the large space. And thank you, King Cooper, beautiful. Thank you. That's huge. Isn't it huge? Melanin is so freaking big, and that's what I fell in love with. Large space. Thank you, Kristen. Okay, this is the kitchen. Now let me tell you how darn the kitchens go. You don't get a refrigerator. Lord have mercy. Don't let that come out. Okay, stop saying that. Okay, you don't get a refrigerator. You don't get a stove. You have to buy that. Okay, let's open doors. I should have done my stage, but now I don't want to stage again, okay? This door probably has never been open either. But look at the light, and I love a back door. So I was trying to focus. Okay, let's get a good, I'm gonna show you all the trash. I gotta get rid of all of this shit. All this stuff. He told me I can put in the trash and burn. Sir, they don't do that. That's what we're gonna do. This is where a sink will be built. We don't have a sink. But we have the setup. I didn't even have this. I didn't even have the water that's already set up for the pipe. That means I'm gonna do this because I gotta have counter space and then underneath. So we're gonna do a counter space from wall to wall, nice and big. And of course, we're gonna be right in front of the, well, we can see this where the sink is, which is great because it's right in front of the window, which is a good thing. I'm assuming that you probably will put your refrigerator here because the plug It tells you what to do. It's like you just snap it all in. We're going to redo this door, although I love the rusticness, believe it or not. I absolutely love how rustic this door is. I think there is something to that. I think that's kind of quite beautiful. The floor is a freaking hot mess. We're going to keep the tile for a while, but we're going to put something down and make it look nice. And we're going to paint in here. If you think about it, the bones is all good. The bones are great, to be honest. It's not, I mean, at least it's tile. Some floors, my floors, none of them was tile. So because he lived here. I think it's a lovely kitchen. And I love the fact, again, that it has a side door, which a lot of, we're going to really hook up. I'm going to get rid of all that stuff over here that's in this little thingy. Oh, we're going to get rid of all of that, though. Just don't even worry about that. That's about to be super fly. Let some air come in. Okay. I think the kitchen is great. I'm very happy at this point. The little birds better not come in. Okay, so I'm loving this. I'm getting excited now. Look how dirty the walls are. But they tile, I see they tile here, they tile the ceiling. So this is, the tile is for to keep the place cooler. So I think the kitchen is adorable and cute, and I love the kitchen, and I can work this kitchen out. This kitchen about to be beautiful. I got some ideas. I'm gonna build a pantry, maybe a bed. Beautiful. I'm definitely gonna do dining, and we're definitely gonna do living room. Living room was great. Let's go into the next room. God help us. Okay. They got a corridor, as they say, which I think is so wonderful. This just needs soap and water. This is a matter of just some soap and some water. You know we're gonna have art. Look at this, like this. You don't know, but like there is deepness here. This is a deep place. Like, I mean, we're in, not too bad. Look at this place is deep. Like, this is, whoa. Like, this is something. We're going to do something. We're going to make this a lounge spot, a reading spot, you know, something, because this is a lot of space. This is a space by itself. You could hear the amount of space that's in here. Beautiful art space. I love the floors. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Hey, King, the door is unique. The door is unique, right, King Cooper? Thank you, King Cooper, for being here. This is about to be the guest house, or the Healing from the Heart Center. But I love this. And then put the right lights in. Of course, now y'all know everything. This is going to be painted one way. This is going to be painted another color. I might do some accents. Oh, no. It's not going to be regular. The whole space is going to be painted. Look how huge this place is. Kitchen about to be. I like what we got going on that beigey, you know, maybe a yellow. I love where we're going with this. I love it. I'm even going to take care of the cocoa tree outside. Oh, he ain't even know what the landscape about to be. Let's go into the bathroom. This is so much, every time I look at this bathroom, I go like, hallelujah, so much better than mine. Dirty everything. Okay. Now, his water pressure is good. And the sink is sturdy. It's a, we didn't call these sinks, but this is a thicker one. It's not the thin. And I think the floors are great. This is where I want to build a bathtub, made from the wood and mahogany. This is where, and this is enough room for a bathtub. My bathroom is not. You got the shower, the bathtub can be easily built. It's nice. I mean, even the paint, repainted, of course, not so bad. Ceiling's pretty decent. I'm gonna say yes. Let me see if the lights are starting. I forgot I talked to him about that. And let me tell you what we're gonna do with this door. Okay, the lights are on. This is great. So we have lights and the lights in the bathroom. Okay, y'all. You see this cheap door? That's okay. That is cheap. You know what I'm gonna do. You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know we about to bamboo this door. Now you already know that. Just put that in your head. She's gonna bamboo. And of course, painting. My neighbor's a painter, and he's gonna be in business. Okay, with as much paint that we about to do. But I like the bathroom. Bathroom is very nice. I'm gonna put the bathroom is. I think the bathroom is decent. I think the bathroom is nice. I like it. I'm gonna put stuff. It's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna put a stool in here. It's gonna be beautiful. Wait till we get to that tub. Okay. Going into the next room. The doors will be, I'll either sand the doors or paint the doors. We'll paint the doors. Painting is easier. Every door will be painted. All right, this is bedroom. I'm calling bedroom number 1 because this is called bedroom number 1. Lights on. Yes, lights are still on. Yay. But I have to pay for it. All right, so, dude, I got to really clean all this out. He said take it all outside. I'm taking it all outside. Everything is going outside. But a nice size bedroom. I think that it's a decent size. Let's check windows. Suppose I'm gonna close all the windows and come back. But let's just check windows to see. Okay. Okay, I got those no more. That's why I cut them. Because that one would have broken that one. The way I opened that, that would have been broken down. Why is always the bottom one over here? But I don't know. Usually these are uneven. That's fine. That's going to work. Okay. And look at all that green. Look at all that green. We got a whole green. This is lovely. The bedroom is great. The bedroom is great. And when I finish with it, it's about to be graded. It's lit. Let's get the stuff out. Of course, you know, this is how my floors didn't even look like this. My floor was even more something, but this is going to be covered. You already know we're covering the floors. Paint, got your window, we're going to have a fan, maybe an air conditioning, you know, just because it's gas, it's not me. We're going to have color up in here. Furniture's going to be beautiful. It's going to be good. It's going to be gorgeous. Okay, it's going to be gorgeous. Oops, okay, let's see. Love the back door and the rustic floor. I would keep the rustic door and floor and put some polyurethane on the floor. I love that. I'll take that advice. I'm definitely keeping the floor. I wasn't even going to do that work. That tile work could be pricey too. I love it. It's so Ghana. Mix match. Yeah, it's so Ghana. And I love the door. I'm with you on the door too. Now this door we'll paint and all the gray ones, but yeah, agreed. Let me make sure these little buggers, don't think they coming in my house. Look at this, it's a stand over here. But let's just talk about this porch before we see the last bedroom. Let's just talk about the porch is a room by itself. The porch is a room by itself. And all this is going in, I'm gonna clean my green shelving. We're gonna put that in there. The bed's gonna go in my gazebo. These chairs are gonna stay out here. This is my bucket I get rid of. This is this, I'm gonna get rid of this, whatever this wood thing. And this is my bike that's gonna, some night's gonna happen to it. We're going to paint out here. We're going to have ceiling fans like in the south. I never seen that here, but we're going to have it here. A ceiling fan there and a ceiling fan there. And we're going to have furniture out here. And eventually, I'm definitely going to tile the floors here. That one's for sure. We're going to have windows, these beautiful windows, that mirror windows. We're going to make sure that they open and be getting breeze. It's going to be very beautiful. The windows being open is going to change the vibration. We're going to paint the doors, make sure they look beautiful. It's going to be gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, now we're going for, I'm so glad I came. Okay, let me say that. Okay, so this was the main bathroom. And again, this stuff is going out, all the chairs, all the furniture, but I can't believe the walls. Why the walls is damn dirty? Okay. And, okay, so you can see the windows, they ain't never been open. He left that fan. I know he didn't do that on purpose. But, we'll see. I'm sure he'll come back and get it. I love the porch. The porch beautiful. I love the enclosed porch. Yes, I do too. Thank you. So the young man is coming to get all of this stuff. Look at the floors I got to do. I got to paint this room. We got to let the window open eventually so it'll be, sunshine in. But this room's going to be unrecognizable. Paint the doors. So a lot of it is cosmetic, nothing structural, which is really cool. I'll make sure I ain't got no bugs up in my shoe. I don't know why I'm suddenly freaked out, but because I think it's a great room. Of course, it has a door. Yes, it's a big room. It's a nice size. It'll be very beautiful. I just got to put fans. I know they usually take their fans, so I'm sure he's going to come back to get that fan. Because you got to buy your own fans. The apartments don't come with fans here. He took that one out already. Don't worry, we got fans. So, I'm very excited right now. Like I said, see how dirty the walls are, but they'll be beautiful. I mean, so much artwork that could be around, because so much wall space. It's going to be very beautiful. Very beautiful. I mean, you got one room, you got two bedrooms. So 1, 2, I love that they're right here. That's a nice design. So you got 2 bedrooms, you got a big corridor, you got a nice sized bathroom, you got a humongous, they call it hall. The living room is called the hall, and the bedrooms are called the chamber. So it's chamber and hall. So it's 2 chambers and a hall. And the hall is absolutely fabulous. The floor, the tile, the dining area, the setup is nice. It's a nice floor plan. And I like that the windows, floor, almost down to the floor. I love that. But here it's safe. Of course, always got Always got to have gates and stuff on the windows, even my apartment. But if you just think of the different angles, and now listen, y'all, just the door being open and the windows being open, the breeze is just feeling so good in here right now. So we'll have that breeze. We got this here. We'll have the windows open. The other windows over there that have probably never been open. It's going to be good. So the first thing that we got to do is we have to clean it up. And I'm gonna have somebody, I need somebody, like I looked over this window, it's very, very, very dirty. So I need somebody to get behind and inside the gate. The gate's already rusted, so it just shows you very dirty. We need the windows, we need to look the day on the bottom. I don't even want to open it up because I don't want nobody to come get me. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I think that once we clean it and it's super sparkling clean, you know what I'm saying? Like I think once that is done, I think that, and take off these curtains and all this other stuff, and all the stuff is out. That's part of cleaning. I feel like I'm walking into just decorating. I mean, that's what it'll be. If you think about it, it looks worse than it really is. It's not bad. And just look at this. You can't see like I can, but when you sit here, you see that green. You look sitting here on your porch, you see that green. It could rain, you could be out here forever. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Well water, you know what I'm saying? We got water that run all the time. It's a big thing in small villages. Like water is a big problem. So let me see, is there a door to this part? No, this is just the doorway. Okay, that's cool. That is great because you could do anything. I could do the bamboo thingies. I can do shutters, doors. I mean, the mind can just fly. It can be beautiful. You can do some beautiful curtains. It's a lot to do. So, and I love all the wall space. I love the setup. I really love it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. I'm very, very happy. Let me close the door. I'm very, very happy. Okay. I'm very happy. I'm gonna clean up the back over here. Eric's my neighbor. This is where Eric lives. So, and this is where this is the wheatgrass bush, one of them, Eric's, that I go indulge in, but I need to grow my own, which I am, because they're gonna be mad at me, so they ain't got no bush left. These windows are excellent. These windows are in great condition. I can see the people, oh yes, and don't forget, y'all, I wanted to say too, to remind you, of course we gotta do cabinets. So we're gonna do here, and then we're gonna do some, I gotta see once I put the sink in where my cabinets will be, because if they go on top of the window, they're going to be pretty high, but those could be like storage cabinets, stuff to store. So we can make it a maybe open shelf, and then here we'll have some cabinets here and here. But first, let me get that mason to come. So big things you need. Okay, cleaning, that's easy. Get some people, a little team, like I said, to come clean. Easy. The biggest thing is the mason to do the sink, because you got to do the underneath, and then I got to do bamboo-ish and something in there. You know, it's got to look beautiful. Don't worry, it's going to look different than the other one. But other than that, and then of course paint. That's normal, right? So paint, easy. It's not like I'm building anything. I'm only building that one thing. The porch is probably eventually the tiling on the porch. That'll be an expense, is the tiling on the porch. And then the biggest expense to me is teaching these people not to litter. Okay. The biggest expense, I think, would be the generator that I feel like we need. I feel like the generators will be needed, but I'm loving it. I'm impressed, and I was scared for nothing. You have one for blank slate to decorate. Congratulations, Lisa. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate y'all. See the big smile on my face. It's so genuine. I think that this is the biggest place that I had to work with. My technical place was big, but I wasn't too impressed with that place. It was beautiful too, but I ain't had nothing I could do. So, I don't know. I think my mindset, I was ready to leave the car at that time. So it was like, no, I just need to leave the city. But this is about to be beautiful. I'll tell you the bones. My apartment, this is the landlord in my apartment, is the one I'm renting from, and the other one, no tile. So there was no tile. Not in the living room, not in the nothing, not in the kitchen. So that's another bonus. That's bonus number one. Tile on the ceiling, forget that one. That wasn't happening. Tile hall, no. bathroom, other one's small and narrow. This one is a decent size. I'm sorry. This one is a decent size. So I really love that. I love the high ceilings. I love everything about it. I love the tile on the floor. I think the tile is dope. Love it. This is more like what we found in my place, which was the walls. Yeah, it's very basic, but still higher ceilings. Definitely way higher ceilings than mine. Now you can do a lot of little art and stuff. It's really beautiful in here. Didn't have the corridor. Again, at least it's tile. So the only thing that's not tile is the two, but I'm doing the mats because I want to see it in another house and see where I would go with it, see if I change it up or how I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just go in different directions. So I just really want to see that. But paint is nothing. Cleaning is nothing. That is it right there. The other thing is furniture, decorating on tile, which, that's my thing. But we're going to keep the tile floor as tile. We're definitely not going to put no mats on the tile floor. We're going to keep it together. Put y'all up here. Oh my gosh. I'll let this doorway down. So this doorway, too, this is the other thing. This doorway doesn't have a door either. So look at short. It's a short door. So, yeah. Oh my God. Just think about what I could do with that doorway. I mean, endless. I love that doorway. I love that. That's dope. That's very dope. And then the other on this wall, I would definitely have, I'll think about it. I'll think about it if I really even want to cover it or put a door or anything. I really don't need that. I think it could be artistic to have maybe this painting somewhere. I actually like it, but like I said, nothing, clean it up first, let me see, because I like that this is what people will continue to see. So I love this. And this, I'm telling you, I'm about to work that one out. That one, I love my pants that don't match. I told you, I'm in my dirty clothes. Okay, my shirt is not my dirty clothes, but I'm in my raggedy jeans. Let me see, we're gonna look from here. Don't be laughing at my jeans. Don't pull them up just in case. They're not even, but I'm about to get them here. They're about to be cute. They're about to be real cute, okay? I'm not saying I'm laughing at my stuff. Okay. So yeah, this is to show you how deep this is over here. Let me turn on the light. The plug's over here too. Plugs over there. Plugs over here. My plug got the socket over here, which is really good. So I was thinking about like chair, love seat or something. Maybe the bookshelf will actually be in this area. This could happen, because I feel like this would be like a reading nook, which means that I have to put a fan here, and I get a fan here. Because all they do is run it from the light. So you get a fan here, and if I'm feeling really southern style, if I want to just go there, I get a fan over the other side too. But definitely a fan here, because this will be a usable space. And you gotta have a fan, because it's not having any windows. So that's why I think I'll keep the door open, because the door and then the fan, I don't think we need a fan here. Just the fan there. Just the fan right there. So we're gonna do the wall space so much. I love the wall space. And I love that the walls are mostly white, because that's like the first, it's gonna be easier to paint over the white walls, because it's the base already. You can't really see the walls, but the walls is gonna be. This is the place where this hall or corridor, as they say, this is where the art's gonna be. This is. Let me make sure I close the door. Yeah. Let me make sure I close the other door. Oh, we got the light though. Light though. Hold up on the light. Hold on, y'all. This is where the artwork is gonna be. Okay. This is where, so the artwork is going to be. This is going to be a showstopper little space. For me, I think the hardest that's I know you think it's weird, but tile floors that mess my mind up. When I think natural, I think tile floors at this, I don't know, they don't really work with me. But I do have tile floors in the kitchen, but I didn't really have that much furniture. What I want to do, I feel like because it's bigger, I'm gonna really need some heavier furniture, even if it is a cane. Actually, I'm doing bamboo, so it's gonna be perfect. I'm doing bamboo. And maybe the ground, and maybe I'll paint the bamboo black, because I think black bamboo is very pretty when painted. But yeah, black in here, ooh, that would anchor on these cooler floors. And I want bamboo, because I want thick pieces, so it could be kind of heavy. So I can see it. It's gotta be comfortable. But think about it, it's gotta be durable, it's gotta be comfortable, because the thing about the people are just gonna be people in and out. So it's gotta be sturdy, but it's gotta be curled up type of energy too. And another thing that I feel like I'm going in with this, and this at least out here, I'm gonna go with the Afro. I'm definitely gonna do Afrocentric. I'm definitely gonna do local fabric. That means the African fabric. That one is for sure. That's without a doubt. At least out here and in the dining area. Let's look at the dining area. Here in the dining area, the bedrooms. This is a big place. Man, look at all the space. The bedrooms are going to go for either the pink, because remember it's the Healing from the Heart Center. So I really want the bedrooms to be serene and like satin. We're definitely gonna work the satin in the bedrooms and the colors and the serenity and the peace, you know what I'm saying? So, but here we're going African. So this, I'm thinking the dining room is gonna be mentioned. The dining room is so important, and I want to tell you why. Because I got my crops on, don't laugh. Okay, the dining rooms are so important because this is where we gather. Because it's going to be VIP. It's going to be some people going to say, hey, I want to come up and do a VIP week where we work together every day. We set up a healing program. We do things together. It's specific for their needs. And they stay here. Sometimes we're going to have what we call a room circle. Again, I'm asking 5 sisters to come, or 5 sisters to stay, so to speak. I might even start thinking about doing 2 beds at least in one of the rooms. We'll see how that works. Instead of thinking about that now instead of 1 bed. But we'll work it out. Well, I love I can see the mountains from here. Oh my God, I can see the mountains. It's so dope. I'm gonna show you. That is really nice. I can see. So we got a mountain here too. Keep all that in mind when you decorate. Because you know, the door's gonna be open, the mountain, okay. But let me tell you why I think the table, definitely gonna be a round table. I'm going for a dining room because this is the gathering space for the sisters. This is us breaking bread, so to speak, you know, sharing meals together. And we got that dope window. So I'm gonna sock it over there. So that's just that one. We got lots of, I know we got lots of things over there too. But we got another one this way. You gotta look at all this stuff. I'm just thinking the lamps. But yeah, it's gonna be. And this is definitely going to be, this dining room area is going to be a different color. This dining room area is going to be a different color than the living room. So you feel the vibe. We take advantage of art, like artistic, meaning art, meaning color and all of that. It's kind of dark, huh? Yeah, it's dark, okay. I really like it. So yeah, it's going to be very beautiful here. Now this, which is the living room. This is the living room. It's huge. The living room. I mean, obviously, couch, chair, whatever's going to go here, with the plugs here, because you scoop. I'm not sure. Because you really want to see outside. You really want to see outside. So you have fan, you have one fan here, and you have one fan in the dining room. That makes sense. A dining room fan, a living room fan. Perfect, perfect. So we have here, you have someone here. So we got all this room, like this so much room. So I'll show you. So sitting here, what I like is I like the view. I like the view. Y'all can't see it this direction, but if you were sitting here, it's completely green. You know the green is outside, but you can see it. And so it's so comforting. I love the space. Not only is it big, but I believe, and y'all feel it too. Did I close the windows? The porch by itself, the birds, the porch by itself is a whole nother space. Whole nother space. Let's close the door. Thank you. Space. I'll come back to clean. So I'm waiting for Eric to come back. He went to Accra. I'm waiting for Eric to come back so that, um, so we can clean up. That's not this. I tried to make a side table with this. I think I'm gonna leave it outside. Out. So let's put a chair. Because the two chairs are definitely coming out here. But of course it's gonna be furniture. That's built for this. And this will definitely be, if I could do cane, we could do all these bamboo. Bamboo is fine. Bamboo is better here because it's so much of it. So it's a local material. That's easy to get and it's basically free. But then you gotta just pay somebody to chop it down. Oh no, wait. Hell no, what happened? Oh, I'm mad. I have to be on this one, but it's a small thing. But the little spool, the little wood piece, it fell. Let me see if I can find it. See if I can find it. Okay, well that's okay. The carpenter can put that. It must have fell. I'm sure when I sleep I'll find it. Nevertheless. So there's ways to this, and then there's one but the other one fell out. But it's just a piece of wood, so. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Let's keep it out. So it's on the lower one. Hey, you never know. You never know. Hey y'all, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. And that wasn't scary at all, was it? That wasn't scary at all. So I want you to remember this. I want you to remember how it looks because it's going to look so different. So the porch, I was thinking that this garage area, that's what it's supposed to be right for his car. Because the people like to come over here and just do everything and put stuff over there and try to do all that, and I don't want to feel like, I don't want to fight with the natives because I'll lose. The locals. I'm thinking of having Ratty had suggested that too. I think I'm having Ratty put the bamboo and close it. So when the landlord comes and he wants to park his car here, because he got a right to do that because it's his property still, we can just open, that's like a garage. You can just open the door, put your car in. So nobody even know what's in there. And then I'll have a lock. So this way the people won't be coming under here putting stuff and, they won't be doing all that. It'll make them know, and I think it'll make the place look a little better too. And then this part here, I'm gonna show y'all. The ramp. We're gonna do the doors over too eventually. I'm sure you can paint these little doors and we're gonna do that. But the ramp, okay, sorry y'all. The ramp. I just want to get it fixed. That's all. It's fine. Somebody's right. I don't know if he wants me to change the stairs because it's for motorcycles. That's what they all got that thing for people pull their motorcycle up inside. Some people have to put it in their house. Some people put it on the porch at least. So that's why it's there. And I get that. He has a motorcycle, he has a car. It's still his property, so. But I love the idea somebody said put welcome to, it would be heart, healing from the heart center, right? It would be lovely to put that on the ramp. But I think the ramp is good, wheelchair accessible, all of that. So that means, but let me tell you, if it was up to me, the ramp would go. Let me just tell the truth. If it was up to me, the ramp would go and I would just make stairs. I think that would be lovely. I'll have to talk to him about that. But if I can't change that, and I'm okay because you always got to, come on, be respectful. If I can't change it, not a problem because this door has stairs that go down. So we can still go out this way. And that'll be nice. So unlock that, paint it nice, of course, and then use that to leave the house. So this way you ain't going down. The other thing too, I don't know if y'all see these clotheslines. We already talked about it. I'm gonna move the lines that they're gonna go this way. Okay, instead of, because when you walk out the door, when somebody has their laundry here, which is all of the people use this laundry line, which is fine. it's going to be in the way. It'll be in your face. You got to go underneath the clothes. So he already said, yeah, of course. We'll move it that way. Now, I'm going to tell you something about the countryside. Even though I'm the one over here that put, the last week that was here before, they put the welding, the metal in the ground for the clothesline, and then they brought the clotheslines. And when they left, they took their metal, and that's fine, people do it. They was the one, and they took the metal, and they took their clothesline. So nobody had it. Like, everybody uses it. Even sometimes church people, which I don't understand that one, but I'm going to, anyway. I'm not trying to get kicked out of here, y'all. So, um, so everybody uses it. That's just the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it. This one, maybe the landlord, this one in front. Maybe the landlord himself, this one special for him. But he doesn't mind. You have overflow, so everybody use this one too. Same thing, we do too. There's not a problem. Fine, everybody want to use it. That's what they do. We don't have no problem with that. We're just going to move it to the side because I'm going to use it too. So it's not going to be a problem. See my bamboo on the ground? Because we actually cut up a whole bunch of bamboo. I should have showed y'all. I'll show you that before we leave. Let me show my bamboo here. I don't know who won my bamboo. Yes. He cut the bamboo because he's coming tomorrow. Tomorrow the gazebo. Now I want to do decorate. I want to get my kitchen together. I want to get the carpentry, but I'll do them simultaneously. I will do them simultaneously. Okay, so let's talk about the yard because, I mean, we're going to have definitely, even on the porch, because so much porch space, you know we're going to have plants. Plants all around. That's just going to, plants and ceiling fans, like I told you. We're going to do the Hank blue. We are going to do that. Thank you, Monique. Hank blue to keep the ghost away. Southern style ceiling and a different color on the walls and interior, which I don't know what they're going to be. The fence on the outside that has the white, that's going to be painted white nicely. We got to paint it. We ain't got to worry about that. Now that's one problem because it's not going to be baby blue. That's out. We're going to actually paint the outside of this too. That's going to happen. But the trash thing, it's fine. We'll work it out. I just want to keep everything around here clean. So I'm going to have to pay somebody to clean around periodically. Not a problem. This little thing right here, I told you that's like, I guess, it's really the platform that holds the poly tank. That's the whole point, the poly tank. And I know they were saying, well, you got to clean that poly tank every once in a while, so it's the outside. I'm going to ask them who comes to do that. And we're going to get them to clean the poly tank, okay? Look, y'all, if this was my own place, I was by myself, do you see that little, you see the little thing? That's another way where the water could flow. Child, this be an outdoor shower for me. Be an outdoor shower. I'm gonna build that on my own. My land is over here. We're not gonna work today. Maybe we will. We don't know, but that's something else that's coming. It's another project. Wait for that project. But this here, like I told you already, this is easy. Just clean it out. Get them little plastic things, send them somewhere else. Take that little benchy thingy that's probably broken if it's not useful. If not, somebody will use it for firewood. That's what they do. And keep all this clean. Tile this, definitely going to tile this. But this is the kitchen. All herbs is going to be growing on this platform. That I know. So like I said, you see the stairs, so you can walk out the kitchen to come out, or you can come out here to come out as well. So it's another entrance to get out. If he doesn't want me to tamper with the ramp, I won't do it. Okay, we're going to start taking care of the cocoa tree so we can eat the cocoa off the cocoa tree. When I first came here, he was here more. He was growing this thing called contumely, the knuckle greens. He was growing pineapples. You can still see the pineapple things. Let's start that up again. I want to grow. You see, this is the rest of my bamboo. I want to do that again. And this is I took my plant with the flowers here. We're going to plant more flowers, but definitely we're going to start up the pineapple. See all that? See, that's the plant still there. We're going to start the greens again. Let me see if we can grow another green. Contumely is what everybody here loves, but I think I'm going to try to grow another green. But we're definitely going to grow. We're going to grow foods. And of course, the chickens, y'all, anybody that stay, be good with you want to see the lizards? Be good with the chickens now. That's what we do. And this window is about to be open. Of course, I'm going to have a curtain on the other side. I love the mirrored one. I think it's going to be beautiful. I'm very excited about that. Very, Very excited. The furniture, but the tiling, like I think I'm gonna put the money into the floor and just tile the floor out here. Because between the paint, just like I said, first wash it. Get rid of all the stuff. Put it in the house, the stuff that's supposed to go in the house. The rest, dump it. And then clean it, paint, and then tile, paint the whole thing outside too. We're gonna go outside, I'll show you that. And then what I was thinking about, because we know the ceiling's all that, fan. Then the only thing that's gonna stand out like a sore thumb or stick out is gonna be the floors. It's gonna make me have to tile the floors. We're gonna tile this space. You know what? This space is not even this mother. If they shit over here, that's why I should have left the door open. I am so blessed that this thing did not fall for on this tile. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. So I know I'm cursing the days. Okay, that's why we don't leave the gate open. But even though the gate is always left open. Oh no, y'all. We didn't break though. We didn't break. We just bounced. Sorry. We bounced. It was a bounce. It was a bounce. And we thank the Most High for the bounce. Yes. I was looking at it. It's just a bounce. So, have your protector on your phone. So, have your protector on the phone. Can you imagine sitting out here? I know you can. Yeah, we good. That's a scratch, but it's not a broken. It's good. Everything's great. Life is good. It's beautiful. It's great. Let's see what y'all got to say. Okay. Yes, the reading nook for sure. Welcome. I can see me living there. Thank you, Diane. I love to hear that. Hey, Beverly says, Lakeisha, you have wonderful blank slates to decorate. Thank you. This is exciting. Thank you, Kristen. But Miss T Baby, hello. I don't know, Lisa. You look good over in that apartment. I know. I see you making new and exciting content. Congratulations on your new beginning. Thank you. That'd be a perfect reading nook, don't you think? Thank you, Miss T Baby. Thank you, Lakeisha. I think because it's so bright and it's so bright in there, Miss T Baby. I agree. I'm so happy for you. It says, thank you, Iffy. King Cooper says, I love renovation because you can sit into your right vision and expectations. Yes. Great idea to enclose that space or it will be free for all. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's always like that in the village. Like, there's that thing, like I tell you, you got to not come in and be that American, and be that foreigner, but you still, so you don't tell people that you can't or cannot. You do things to let them know they can't. Because, yeah, we'll talk about some other things. But yeah, so I agree that I'm learning because you don't want to make enemies either. And you're the foreigner. Oh, no, 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 honey. But you do want to, like remember I told you somebody had their chair sitting in my gazebo and they was about to sit out there like, what, I can't sit in my own gazebo? Like that was just, but I didn't, what I did was took the chair and moved it over here. Like, no, like, without saying, then I told her, she said, oh, I slept here. Anyway, it's a way to do it. And we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right, that everybody feels welcomed and happy. And now, of course, I got two places now here, so I don't know how they're looking at me right now, but it's like, yo, man, we good over here. They're nice. I got nice neighbors, to be honest. I live in a nice community, and I really, really love it. Yeah. So we're gonna go outside because I want you to look at the color of this building. I gotta ask him if it's okay if I paint it. I have no idea when I'm gonna paint it, but I would like to paint it. So we're gonna look at that next. But I'm really, so yeah, okay, it's funny. Sister, who was that? Who said that I love that for you? I love you. Let me tell you why I thought that was so funny. Uh, I don't know, Lisa. Oh, Miss T Baby. Miss T Baby. You know why I say it too? So that was the point. The landlord, when he said, I know you said you wanted that. So they call each unit, they call it a room. So they be like, oh, I'm renting a room. A room is the whole apartment, but they call the apartment a room. So which room? Is it the people neighbor's room? Is it the first room? Because if you say the first apartment, first house, they say the room. And I see where that comes from because traditionally, not traditionally more modern tradition, but still, most people live in a compound. And a compound literally is a room, series of rooms. So they got their room, but the room doesn't have a toilet in it, so they share the bathhouse. And they call all bathrooms a bathhouse because that's what they usually have. And you share it. And each family got to take turns cleaning the bathhouse. And then there's the bathhouse, and then there's the toilet house, if you will, the room. And then each person has a room. Nobody stays in the room. You literally sleep in it. You cook outside. You wash clothes outside. So even if now they have apartments, they still call it the room, which is fine. But that's just the idea. If you hear them say, I have a room for rent, they mean the whole apartment. Unless you're in a compound, then they mean a room. Okay? So anyway, but that's what they call it. But what I was going to say, I told you I'd like to say something. Let me just say that I love the view up here. This is actually higher than my place. And just to see the neighbors' trees and like, it's so beautiful. Just all of that in my little space over there. My gosh. So yeah, thank you. Great. Yes. So yeah, we're definitely going to close that space for the garage area. So we'll put Ratchet on it. So all of the furniture now will be definitely custom designed because I got to work with bamboo, and Ratchet's a bamboo guy, and we're going to challenge Ratchet. He's only going to get better, and he's going to have his first job of making design bamboo. I got the ideas. We're going to see if that bamboo can move. We got to make sure it can round. Can you round that bamboo up? Yeah, I'm going to do it. We got beautiful things. So all the furniture in the place will be custom made bamboo. What I want to do, and I was telling y'all, I can go to the cane people and I cry, and then I got all the furniture set up. I guess, I don't know, somehow made it once, and then brought all the way up here. Expensive, expensive, expensive. I don't want to rely on a cry. I want to use a cry as, for the thing I absolutely need a cry for. I want to have everything built locally. I'm going to have the local mason, the local plumber, so I want the local furniture. And here, that furniture is that furniture that I don't like. I don't like that furniture. But I got some ideas. I'm not against it. I'm a guide to people because they make the furniture you want. It's the one with the wood. I know it's not bad. Let me just say this. Let me go back. I don't necessarily like that velvet thing, but that's just material. That's just fabric. I don't mind that furniture. I'm going to show you the furniture maker. We're going to go talk to him with Eric, of course. Because I just thought about it. I might not like the style that they're doing, but that's just they're doing that. Like I can design the furniture. So I'm not opposed to wood furniture, especially in a space like this. Because the wood could be beautiful, but they look like they're not using the best wood, but they got lots of wood. They got 2 or 3 timber yards here. The timber yard they call it the timber. We used to call it the lumber yard in Brooklyn, but they call it the timber yard, I think, or the timber someplace. Anyway, they got nice wood if you want to pay for it. We could do some nice wooden stuff. Absolutely beautiful. I think that living room and the table's going to have to be wood. So I think the living room furniture, we will work with the wood. As long as it's treated, I don't want no problem with this wood out here. It's not this wood out here. It's beautiful wood out here, but so yeah. And that tub, I gotta find one person that can build it, and I know it can be done because I saw this brother that built these units, homes, a brother from the States. I don't know if you saw the video, light-skinned brother. I wish I could say it's like these. The place, top notch. I don't know if this one's on off grid. There's a couple of brothers that actually did it, to be honest. And this one, honey, had the wooden tub in there. Okay, I know it can be done. Just pray we find somebody. If we don't, I will then for sure bring a carpenter from our cry to create the wooden tub, not only in this bathroom, which is big enough for it, see what he can squeeze into my little bathroom too. So the things I want to, if I need a cry, I want it for that, but I want everything to be local. And the people would appreciate that. And I just feel like, y'all, that this could start something. Like, I don't know if there's many afrocentric spaces here. Especially not local furniture either. I would doubt that. But I think they could see it. Like I said, don't think I've seen the ceiling fans on the porch here. Okay, wait a second. Have I even seen porches? I don't really have like this is a porch. We can look around. I don't know if everybody else. Let's see. They got a porch over here, don't they? Let's go look. Let's go see. But yeah. So let's talk about the outside too. Look at my chair. Now they're gonna be like, okay, she claiming it. And this chair's, now I don't have to pull the chairs in, because I'm going to have my chair over here, the bamboo stuff, so my other chair can definitely come back in here. Perfect place for it. So I might clean that. So let's talk about this. I locked that door. I did lock that door. See, if the clothes was here, you'd be knocked up in the face with the clothes. It happens all the time. So, you see the color of the outside? It's not a bad color, but once I finish, it's not gonna be the right color. I mean, once you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be the right color. It's not. So let me just see the side. I don't think they did the side too. I just want to see. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, the whole house is there. Oh, he might not go for that. I don't know. I have to talk to him. I mean, it's got to be done. Even if he want me to do the same color, we just need to do it over. How about that? And I won't do his whole house. I'll just do the front for now. But I want to change the front color. I want to fix this. If we're going to have it, then the mason can fix it. Again, I would love to have stairs. So if he say yes to the stairs, yes. If he says no, because he knows I ain't going to be here forever, and a lot of people here, if you know, everybody got the thing. Do you see that? Because everybody, this is a motel town. This is a motel town. So, at night you don't want to leave your motel. So people bring it up in. But the landlord just built he made his with the concrete. So we'll just have to keep everything. Oh, I see somebody cut. Oh, he did a little landscape, and I could see. Because it was a hot mess over here. And I could see the cuttings. So somebody trimmed or weeded. Yeah. Oh, they cut down the tree. Must have been rotten. Yep, I can see. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, look at this shit. We got look at this shit. We got to clean this up too. All this scrap metal, and if you don't need the wood, they can use for firewood. I mean, see, if this was my place, child, we'd be painting that too. Everything be painted. Here's my. Oh yeah, I'll show you that. And let me show you. You can see the pineapple. And the greens the greens was all here, but this hole wasn't here. Where was we throwing our trash before? I don't know where we were. I think me and him I give it to Manasi, he dug that hole. Because he told the landlord told me he gotta dig a hole. Now here, I used to love, this plant used to grow so nice. Hopefully we can bring this plant back. But you can see this, the pineapples, where the pineapples will grow. So we definitely gonna bring the pineapple back. We're going to plant, there was more plants here when he lived here. So we're going to definitely plant plants. Okay, so landscape down. Matter of fact, we need to plant plants because we need to cover this. I was thinking about having the trash place covered because they burn the trash here. I was thinking about it, but then I said, wait, it can't be with wood because that would cause a fire. And the other way I saw was those the metal thing, but that looks so ugly. I did see that. So I'm figuring that maybe we can just have the plants kind of be, I know it's close, not that, because they watch the burning too, so there's that, when people they burn it. But I could see the plants coming back. I think that would be nice, something that'll grow a bit. And I think that'll be pretty. I know he thinking she gonna go that far, but I ain't gonna go that far. Y'all know I'm gonna go that far. I'm thinking, look, if I was me, I'm not saying, it was my place. You see these little pillar things, like, let's really do something. Let's really have it welcome, I mean, you can have a gate here, but I wouldn't do all that. Don't worry about that. It's not my business. Okay, yeah. And the garage thing, that's his. We're not messing with that, okay? It does keep the rain off your head for his car. When he comes, he can have his car. I mean, you want that for it. Gotta let the man have his car. But all this wood, I don't know who wood this is. Right now, I'm not even gonna worry about it. If he can't move it nowhere, he don't have to. We can leave the wood right there. If you don't want the wood, I will use the wood. I'll be happy to use the wood because I don't know what I'm using for, but I don't know. Let me ask, right? Okay. These are empty, my paint things, and this was all the person I used to know. This is all the chemicals and stuff he worked with. So we get rid of that whole thing. This whole bucket's gone, and yeah, that's gonna be it, y'all. Covered porch. And then the gazebo. So about the gazebo. What the hell? What was that? I know some of y'all up here. And you know what? You're messing with my palm branches, which is affecting my. Don't play with me right now. Okay. I just want to see what fell. I want to see, was it just whatever? Like, what fell? Okay, a feather. Okay, I need a feather. I was thinking I needed a feather. So I need a feather for my altar. That's a little while. I think I'll wait for a big one to come. Bring the chair out here. So I gotta be better. So the rain. So this is the lemongrass that was planted. But what you gonna keep telling me? You still gotta come out every day and water it because you see how dry it is. And I be thinking the rain be doing it. I don't think it's hitting it well. So I have to come out. And this one I watered yesterday. I gotta water tonight. You still gotta water them. If you want a chance, look at how dry it is. And even though the water comes, I gotta water it day and night. I've been told. So I got a lot of lemongrass. And we're gonna do a garden over here. Oh my God, look at this one's doing so well. So well. And my food over here, this is food, but the flowers are coming back. Look how pretty they're gonna be pretty. I know that prevents some probably the food. I don't know if every day, it might just be decoration for me. But Ratchet's coming and we're gonna be building up in here, okay? We're gonna get our walls, basically, our fences, we got our furniture. Really nice place. This one, I will straight leave as a garage because other people might come with a car. We might want to rent a car. Maybe one day I'll even have a van, you know? So this space is just great. Like, yeah. So here we go. Yes. Do you think you will incorporate those wooden doors into a new, stronger wardrobe, or are you leaving it how it is? I'm just thinking out loud. The wooden doors for the actual doors that's on, I think I'm going to paint the wooden doors. Yeah, I think I'm going to paint the wooden doors, is what I think. But I do need some wardrobes, and I forgot about that too. Maybe I could use this wood. Maybe I could really use the wood. Maybe wood and bamboo. Y'all know I love bamboo, so don't, I don't know. But I think the doors, I'm not taking any doors off. I'm just going to paint over them or do something like that. Or put something over them. Oh, the wooden doors in your apartment. Do I have wooden doors in my apartment? You gotta show me. The doors that I just have painted black? Okay, I'm gonna go inside. You're gonna show me. Um, so let me see. The wooden doors. So do you think you will incorporate those wooden doors into a new, stronger wardrobe? Or are you leaving? Oh, those beautiful doors. Yeah, I love what you're saying. My carved doors. Yes, good question. Good question. Yes. Yeah, I got you. Um, um, Not for the other people. Let me tell you about that. Those doors, I love those doors so much that, um, no, because I don't need a wardrobe, and I wouldn't want those doors to be here. Those doors are like so special to me. I feel like those doors are like something that I would pass down. I'm gonna try to probably go get it. That I want to pass down to my daughter. The doors and the bed, very, very, very important to me. So no, that one is not really for the public. So that's the only reason why. But you did remind me, Ruth, that I do need a wardrobe. So I gotta put wardrobes in there. So thank you for that reminder. Another expense, which is great to know. So. But no, yes, I call them because the other ones I think are the Dogon doors, right? The ones from Mali. So I call mine the Akan doors. So yes, my Akan doors, no. I think that I'm not. Unless I could use it in my own house, then I would. But no, those are the heavy doors too. Yeah, I know you're talking about these right here. Thank you, yes. No, only because them doors ain't for everybody. Them doors is for Lisa Marie. Yes, they are supposed to. Yes, so no, because people wardrobe too. Oh my God, the wear and tear. Nope. I mean, we could make them some other doors, but we will make a nice wardrobe. I think my wardrobe is going to be bamboo. It's light material, but it's sturdy. Of course, it's going to be on top of wood. I could do it in different designs, the bamboo. But I am really seeing I'm really seeing bamboo as opposed to, because like that's what I said. Like I think the thing that I'm keeping in mind for sure is that people are coming in and out. So you always want to think about that, like what's durable, what's good for the wear and tear, uh, what would be damaged, if it was used a million times, So yeah, so I wouldn't put the very expensive or sentimental stuff. Like my bed, nobody will ever be in that bed. And my bed, I'll never get rid of that bed. These are the two first pieces of furniture I designed, and that mahogany. I mean, just saying the word mahogany sounds amazing. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for reminding me that I do need to get some wardrobes. I'm gonna have them built though. They're gonna be unique. They're gonna be beautiful. So yeah, I don't. What's over? I got tired, but thank you for that. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yeah, but it's a great question. Thank you for reminding me of the wardrobes because they don't have no closet. That's what's missing in there. So I need beds, nightstands, and a wardrobe. I mean, those are the big pieces. But the wardrobe, so you got me excited, Queen. Let me tell you why. Because them wardrobes could be dope. I agree that the wardrobes could be some beautiful wood. I would even agree that they could be carved. And let's see if I can find a carver. I believe that, I mean, it might not be, this on this level, but it could be. It could be something really wonderful. Because this is not our con territory either. This is airway too, and it's a difference, so, because sometimes I'll say like, I'll forget, I'll say Omadasi or Pacho, and they be like, Abelo, like they will correct me, like they kind of look at me like, hey, this is airway country. Speak airway if I'll speak English, so I would love to, like, I think, what would be lovely? Their kente, since airway got their own kente. So incorporating that would be beautiful. Maybe in the curtains, maybe in the tablecloth, maybe in the blankets, or some curtain for the doorway, because it's airway. That would be really nice. They have their carvings too, or something that represents them. I think they're making me really think, and I'm talking about everything being local. I'll talk to the people and see what really represents them. But yeah, I think that, thank you for let me think about the wardrobes, because how special the wardrobes can be though. You understand? So thank you. I totally forgot about them. So where people gonna put their stuff? So yeah. The lounge areas, the nook, and because I see women in it, and then I could just see women in their bedrooms. Some sitting in the dining room, some sitting in the living room, and in that little nook. Especially if we have like a bigger gathering, because we're gonna have room circles and gatherings. I mean, sister circles and. But I saw a video that popped up today. The channel's called, it's a new channel, but she's gonna blow up. It's called Black Girl Living in the Woods. I just saw it today, y'all. She's like, I think she said she's 38. I don't know where she is. Her latest video is the one that blew up. She even said, I can't even answer everybody because I didn't know what people were looking for. People are looking for that. She's living off grid. She's not in Africa, of course. I mean, it's clearly in the States. But I really was happy to see that, because I was like, yeah, people are gonna get it. People are gonna get it. And she's by herself, no man, no dog. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she get a dog later, but maybe a man will come anyway. But I'm just saying, I think that is what we're doing. I think there's a lot of black women. It made me feel good to say, girl, you're not just talking to yourself. You're not just talking to yourself. So let me ask y'all, because y'all watch me. Who feel like they could do it? Who feel like, this is on the wrong side, but it's not. Okay. Who feel like would y'all like to live, who would like to live in nature? Who would love it? I mean, you can do it your way. You can do a nice house, big house, this house, bottom house, that. But who would love to live in nature? Who would love to get out the city and live in nature? Or to you, is nature just a place you like to visit? I love to know too. So I think, look at Black Girl Living in the Woods. I think that's the channel. Check it out. It's really, really dope. Okay, I would. Thank you. Okay, so Diane says she would. Who else? I want to see how many black women would like to live in the countryside. I would love to know. I would say Bruce. Okay, thank you. Lakeisha, I would. Okay, cool. Keep going. Say I would love to. Okay, okay. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I love to know because I want to see where our as black people where our mentality is, like especially right now. Yeah, a lot of us want to do this. There was a time I remember when I had moved back to the South, or moved to the South from California, first time I ever living there. And the old people talk about how the young people didn't want to live back in the backwoods, so to speak, and they felt like when they got out of the country, oh, it was this event that we went to. It was me, Goddess, I think Janae comes on, she was there. And I think they was focusing on black farmers or something. They had a black farmer come in, and he was young. And there might have been a generation that was hand down, but he was talking about his other brother that actually was selling cotton, and it was called Black Cotton at that point. That's coming too. Talked about how the people that those younger generations left the rural areas because they felt like that work that they would have to do, that farming, that they call it slave work, and we're not slaves anymore. You know what I'm saying? What a kind of travesty. I'm sure some of them are not saying that now. That was what, about 5 to 7 years ago. Things have changed drastically. And I know I see that the intrigue on the farming and the off grid, of course, if that's possible, but even living in the woods without off grid, being on the grid. And I feel like we're now raising the next few generations to see the importance of it. And may we never forget. It's the best life, isn't it? Think about all these health issues that some of us have. We're not sick. We just live in sick environments. We're just not in our natural habitat. That's all it is. I can tell you this from being here. I can tell you. Yeah. I mean, it's how did they get us away from this? How did we? I mean, I'm sure it took a while, I guess, and I think maybe for black people, I'm sure about black people specifically, but we know why. We were enslaved, so we don't want to do that work anymore. We were Jim Crow, so we don't want to do that work anymore. But we're not equating it like that anymore. I think we're really getting smarter. So thank you for sharing. Yes, it's peaceful to live in the country. It's peaceful. It's peaceful. It's good for your health. It's life. You be thinking like you're not living if you're in the city and it's what you're doing. So you're in the city, you're living, you're doing. You think that's living. I used to think that too. But yet I have loneliness, you know, um, never feeling fulfilled or satisfied truly, more relying on things to think that's going to be it, that's going to give me that feeling. I would never think I want a day that I didn't do anything. I was wasting it if I didn't do anything in the city. But yet I come here and basically, I mean, overall, there's nothing you're doing. What you're doing everyday thing is enough. Especially you're going to have animals and farming and of course your daily chores, your cooking, your cleaning, everything still got to be clean. But it's enough. Having your tea, sitting outside on the porch. I know that if I didn't have a place in the countryside and I was still in Accra, I would be wanting a place in the countryside. But that already happened. I lived in my first apartment in Accra for 1 year. I renewed it for the second year because I knew I wanted to move, not because the apartment was bad, just because I could feel something else, but I knew I didn't want to move to another apartment. That's how I looked at it. And my apartment was just another place in the city. I might as well stay where I am. You know what I'm saying? So I had to sign the second year. But I knew that was going to be it. At that second year in Accra, I was so tired of the city. I was so tired. And I was like, I want to move to the countryside. And in that second year, before that second year was up, I had already bought the land here. I already discovered the Volta, I already discovered Woolley, and I already bought land. But the man that I was with, I understood. I mean, he just didn't see he was younger and like leaving the city, like he couldn't really see it. I understand that. But I couldn't take it anymore. So I said, oh no, it's like, oh, you want to sign a lease for the third year? I was like, no, I think in 2 weeks I found me a place. And it was Greater Accra, meaning now you're moving outside of the main Accra. And I was at a place called, it's kind of like, called Kasua, Weja, but the neighborhood itself is called Tetegu. And at that point, you're still Accra, but it's very hard to get back into the main city. Traffic was horrendous. What do you call it? The taxis never wanted to go or come because they didn't want to be stuck in that traffic. It was traffic bad all day from mornings. There was never no time when traffic was bad. So, which makes you more stressed out. And then you go in. I said to myself, no, I didn't want to move from that apartment that I first rented for 2 years to another apartment in Accra. I really wanted to move to the countryside. So many things started going wrong in that apartment. It was a brand new build, but the landlords know it wasn't about nothing. Everything they promised, they didn't even have. I lived in the neighborhood of fraudsters. Fraudsters are the ones that do the computer and do scams, but yeah. I was just feel like it was my vibe. I mean, they were cool. They all had lots of money and the cars, but I mean, it was ill-gotten gain. You know, that energy. Nobody bothers nobody, but that's not what I'm about, you know. And I was like, it's still the city. It could be like kind of a suburb in some ways. They call it estates, the suburbs. I was like, this is not it. And I remember telling the brother, I'd be like, I'm gonna move, are you coming or not? And he was like, what? And I understand. Like, I'm not mad at nothing, but I understand. But that desire. And when I first moved up here, and this is the place we found, we were coming back and forth because we were always doing something on the land. And we stayed in this kind of not so great hotel, guest house. It was terrible actually, but it was, it was a friend and his family owned it, so I'm not talking about it. I blessed them, great people. And I was like, it's not even affordable. We could just get our own apartment because up here in the countryside it's cheaper too. And the day that I moved in, I didn't go back to Accra for 8 months straight, and I didn't even want to be. That brother I was with, he'd be like, oh, I'm going to Accra, because he would go, oh, you want to come? No, I'm good. I'll see when you come back. Like, I don't want to go. And the only reason I went down was because my residency was expired. So that's like walking around illegally. Basically, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So I had to go down. I don't think, from that time, I don't think I would have ever went back down. But then, too, I started stressed out. My relationship was very stressful, and it just wasn't getting. So then I was like, I need to go to Accra, and for other things. And long story, but I loved it here always. My thing was, could I stay with myself? Although I did, I stayed for 6 weeks one time, and this and that. But I still had this thing like, I can't. I'm a woman in a foreign country, in the countryside. Can I do it? And I think I'm doing it, huh? So it was so nice to see that black woman living in the woods because, I think about black American women, coming to Africa because the black American women are just groomed and reared in a good way. I say reared, I don't like groomed, to be able to take care of themselves and to be able to do for themselves. And let's not make it wrong. It's a strength that we had to get being born in America. So let's take that. That's our thing. That's what our culture made available for us as black American women, right? So, here, when first of us first came, I mean, it was a big first wave. That was the retirees that have been here for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, sort of. But this new wave since 2020, I'm going to say, or a little bit before 2020, 2019, this wave is the first wave, I'm calling it, of the modern times. And we came here, we were like, you can't do nothing without a man, you gotta have a man, you gotta have a man. And so we were just getting with any old body at any old time, being used, abused, and the whole bit, not knowing what was coming or going, taking us way too seriously about that. And we saw people that did it, that built a lot, but they always had a man. Very successful, but I'm telling you that there's now going to be black American women coming up here that don't have to sleep with the man. They don't have to marry the man. They don't even have to be the girlfriend of the man. But we'll have men that assist her because, yes, you need the men to assist you. That's the norm. It should be a normal society where women and men need each other. And men are men, and you here, and that's okay. I love the role. I don't have no problem with none of it. But I can see now we're not doing it. We're going to come. So there's this another YouTube channel called African Building Hub. Great channel, check it out. Africa Building Hub. And the host poses the question, why are not women building? Because when he has a place, people come help him helping to build, and it's always men. And somebody said, well, no. And this was the name woman said, well, no, I'm the name woman, but African American women are coming to Ghana and building without a man. I mean, there's a man that might speak for them or do the what you call it, the translations. And this is true. You know, we are coming and we are building. And I just want to tell any woman that that's dying. That's not going to have to be that you have to get with somebody. You know, I know we think that. I have an elder friend, and I wouldn't, I don't personally ever want to go that route, but I know I'm going to need men to help me. And I have that here. I really do. And I don't have to sleep with them. I pay them. Why should I sleep with them? I'm paying them. And they're appreciative of it. And we all is fair, and everybody works, and they're very happy about it. And we're going to see a lot more of that. But, you know, we have that in us, y'all. And we're not stepping on our toes. We're not being disrespectful. We still have to come here, and we can't shrink ourselves. We got to be ourselves. We can't shrink ourselves. So nobody expects that. They ain't getting used to us. They know that we're coming with money. We don't necessarily here. If a couple comes together, you're going to talk to the man. He's going to be the breadwinner. Maybe the woman not even working. I'm talking about more traditional. But with us, they already know that she comes by herself. She may even be not married. She'll say single women, and she's gonna build, and she's gonna create, and she's gonna have. And I love that. I feel like I'm a part of that wave now. You know, so just wanted to share that. I hope I inspire you. I hope that really inspired you. And Zinga says, I would. Okay, thank you. Gigi says, thanks for sharing. Thank you, Gigi. M. Harik, how are you? Hey, Felicia. Yeah, I really wanted to share it. Like, it's different, y'all. You don't have to hook up with a man to have what you want. We didn't know that before. And maybe before you did. But that's not what's happening now. The men realize, listen, she the boss, meaning, and that's what they would consider you, and for you as a woman, they would say madame, which is my boss, and a woman. And if it was a guy, they just tell you my boss, or bossu is what they say. Chairman, you know, it's just a respect thing. Papa, if you older, you know, father, daddy, you know, but they don't care who has it. This is the person I'm talking to. Of course, like I said, the man's gonna do all the translation, you don't know the language, the culture, but you can just hand them the money and hand it to him if the man can't take it from your own hand, and that's fine too. But you ain't got to put them on your land. You ain't got to marry them. Like I just want you to empower you today. You don't have to do none of that. You have to put them on your land. You don't have to empower them. You're probably paying them great money, and if they want to do it, they do. If they don't want to do it, they don't have to. You know, we got to keep our heads. You know what I'm saying? Something that I've learned. And once you establish yourself as a decent human being, they'll be happy to have you. Just play nice. You know what I'm saying? They'll be happy to have you. But for those that are coming, and I know you are, don't get caught up in that. Sometimes I met others say, oh, I met this guy, oh my God. It's only been 3 weeks or something. I'm like, come on. And they want to marry him, this and that, and he wants to go in business together. But you got all the money, the resources, everything. What do you need to go in business with him for? I'm just trying to tell you, it's not even necessary anymore. If they want to make their life better, then they got to make their life better. You can't make his life better. He's not even going to respect you. You don't really have to do none of that stuff. I'm just trying to tell you, like, you respect, you hire, you assist, you make friends even with, you become part of the family. But that line should be there. I work for this woman. This is my madame. Matter of fact, they didn't want to give it to you. This is my madame. This is my madame. I didn't even know what that meant when I first got here five years ago. It means the woman I work for, my boss. Everybody fine. Oh, I saw your madame. That's what they say. Oh, I saw your madame. I mean, you're not sleeping with her, unless you sleep with her, I guess. So we could like let all that go. If you got business ideas, you can do it. And they'll have all the resources here to help you. It's a great time to come because a lot of the mistakes have been made already and you don't have to make those mistakes. And don't get me wrong that there's not patriarchy. I mean, that's everywhere in life, but I don't feel it in that way. Yeah, I don't feel oppressed as a woman, a Black American woman. I don't never felt that. And there is, but if you're not careful, you're going to think that that is the only way and that you kind of have to do that. I would say if you meet somebody, just like you meet in the States, you don't talk about going in business where everybody meet in the States. You going to work and he going to work. I see you after work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't come here and do the same thing. It's not necessary. They can translate for you and get paid. And it's respectful, it's dignified, it's smart. It's not a hierarchy. I mean, we gotta normalize this because it's normal. You know, I was telling my friend, I know she's buying a car, and I know this man is helping her. I said, well, why can't you just go with him to pick out your own car? I'm still trying to, I'm not, well, he's a mechanic, yeah, but in the States, we take our mechanic with us to go get a car. I don't have no time with that. He can't get my car for me then. Let me find somebody that can give me a car, and then I'll call my mechanic to come get it. Like that, no, like, don't give your money. If you want something, be there to see what it costs. See the process so you can do it yourself next time. Go down to, if a car is there, we got DMV, they got DVLA, Department of Vehicle Licensing, something agency. I don't know, but it is DVLA. Go down there, they'll tell you what to do. They got places and lots. Talk to somebody that knows, but never just give them the money and say, pick me out a car and let me see if I like it. No, let me go. I'm going to go. Matter of fact, I'm going to hold my money. You're going to do the negotiating. I'm going to hook you up. You don't have to do it like that anymore. That's done. People say, oh, I need a man to get things done. You kind of do that. You need somebody the language. You're going into culture, especially if you're going to rural places where the man may not be able to talk to an unmarried woman in the face. I mean, that's okay. That's the real stuff. Sometimes when a man, he might not look at you, especially if you're, I guess, in a position, they have positions here. You didn't know this, but, or is it disrespectful to look at you as an unmarried woman or him? That's fine. That's why you got Senyo or Kwame or Kojo to help you with that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a friend. But really, they call you madame because they know what it is, and it should be that. You're not upping it. It's nothing. It's a regular. You're helping. They helping. You're helping. It's normal. Just keep it normal. I just want to share that. Yeah, he has to come into the relationship with coins, not trying to take yours. Absolutely, and most likely he's not going to come in with coins. So just don't even do that. Why do that? Especially when you're trying to establish. Don't mix business with pleasure. If you want to roll in the hay and all that, that's fine. I mean, I wouldn't tell nobody not to do what you need to do. But if you say you're a man or woman, and you might not even want to feel like doing that. Some of us older ladies, we ain't even in the mood for all that. You could establish a business relationship with a man here. It doesn't ever have to go the other way. I got drivers that we never do that because they don't want to mess up. They want you to recommend them to others. I got Kwaku. I got my driver Selassie. I got Eric next door. Strictly Ratsy. It's never going to go there. It doesn't have to. They respect that I got work for them. I respect their work, their art. I let them go with it and be creative. Why? I wish I knew. Don't put them on your land and all that. Why? I don't understand. I'm just saying, I just think for those people that think that I got to do that, I would definitely, if I saw anybody here, which I wouldn't, I'm not interested, but if I was, or somebody, I don't know if I would recommend to another woman, keep business and pleasure separate. You want land, somebody help you get the land, get with the right people. But now there's so many Black American organizations that you could just plug right into somebody and get that thing. And so many Black Americans are actually putting the stuff up themselves if you want to just buy something that's already there. And like I said, once I understand this, and when you come to visit me and you want some land, like I will help you in that way because you're here. We could really have conversations that we don't need to have on the internet or a consultation on the phone. So, but that's something that I learned and I see now. And I was telling my sister, I was like, yo, do you need to, like, what's your money? Like, what you waiting on him? I said, if he picks a car and show you in a picture or a video, that's not you picking the car. We gotta get a feel for it. It's not just the way it look. Men are very, especially here, they're very, they ain't into they don't have that vibration that you would have. You should hold your own money. You should see your own product. You should desire, if he wants to negotiate, he can negotiate. I can negotiate because I know all the things I need to know. Do you get what I'm saying? I got some experience. I don't really need y'all to even negotiate. But I do need y'all in some senses because this, my next door neighbor, this is his town. They don't even try to play him. That's why my food bill is nice. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to him. So, not all of them want to mess up like that. So you can, it's not archaic or not back in, whatever, caveman days or whatever days it would be for Africa since we precede caveman days. It's okay. I just want to really make sure I put that out there. I had another friend, she said, and I will never say her name, but she knows and she'll understand. I'm just telling this for, she was like, oh, why did you marry this guy? She said, I wanted land. You didn't need him to get that. She knows that now. I mean, you didn't need to marry him to get that. You didn't need to marry him. You didn't need to be his girlfriend. You didn't need to do any of that to get the land. This is becoming way much more common. They understand that Black American women are coming and they got these things and they got the resources and they can do it. Just save yourself, and your kitty cat some stress. Okay. Save you some stress. Okay. It's wonderful to have that kind of work relationship with the local men. Yes, it seems they will look out for you if they have good hearts. And thank you, Felicia, very good. I mean, and that's nothing, and you get to see. So sleeping with them would be ill-advised, right? Because now you be friends, and now you could see that, okay, they're helping. If they mess up, then there'll be somebody else. The universe always provides. And I find, if you want my opinion, the Ghanaian men to me are pretty polite. So them pushing up on you, especially an older woman, I wonder how many of these relationships was, it depends how you met them. Mine came from me, so I wasn't thinking like that. But I wonder if it's always like that. They're not expecting you to sleep with them. They're expecting you, they're gonna call you mom. Yes, mom. Yes, mom. Because you're older, so you're a mom. That's what they're gonna refer to you as. So only you could take it down any lower. They're not expecting mom to sleep with them. They're not expecting it. Now, if you want to do it, they're gonna help you out now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand it. I don't know so much if it's like they're after us. I mean, there are some that absolutely are targeting, and that is we should know not to do that now. If we know before, we know now. But overall, it's not like the way I felt, and maybe in the States, men ain't pushing up on us either. They're not pushing up on you like that. Now, maybe if you're a young, beautiful woman, I'm sure the young guys would be excited and maybe flirt with you a little bit, but this is about older, seasoned sisters. You really don't have to trade that for this. You could do all of that by yourself. You give them the money, they're gonna provide. And like I said, if you go with them, you learn for yourself. So you could do it better. So, I don't know, just something to say that, but this is a new time. I did need, I'm so grateful for the brother coming in because it's a tough sell up here. They ain't used a whole bunch of foreigners, and they think you're extremely rich in a different kind of way. At least I cry. They know, okay, they gotta get a paycheck too. They don't get a paycheck. The Black Americans, they ain't rich either. I mean, overall, people know. Here, they don't know any of that. So they're going to go for it, honey. They're gonna take it down, okay? And it might be, like I said, owned by somebody else. So, but making friends with the people, luckily he knew a couple of people up here too, but the rest of them, we figured it out ourselves. Actually, the guy that I met, the person that introduced us to all the people that sold the land, because that person, I'm probably I laugh. He laughs when I say, but he knows it's true. I call him the mayor. I met him first when I came up here with my other Black American young lady, this young lady, just to let you know. And he was used to all the foreigners up in Woolly, because a lot of the foreigners come to hike and do other things. So he knew that dealing with a woman as far as business was absolutely fine. The woman that got the land 2 plots next to me is an American woman. So yeah, I don't think we should be approaching it in that way anymore. We don't need that. We could just, let's experience life. We're free. We come here to be free. Because we went from slavery to some of us to corporate slaves, so you still don't feel free. But if you can come here and we talk about freedom, then let's be free. I love this, but that's okay. I had to go through the other thing. I had to go through the learning of 5 years. I had to, and I'm good with that. Because I would not be good if I didn't learn. If I didn't learn, then it wasn't good. That was divine. That was the way it should be. That was perfect. And I'm sure had I been with a local, because he's not a local up here, and they're territorial still, but even he's that way, but he wasn't local here. So I know we could pay more. Plus, I don't know if he was making deals on the side. I'm just saying. That's why I say don't sleep with him. And you one didn't get cheated by the person you don't know. So another thing, you cheat by the person you're sleeping with. That's a scary thing. I'm not saying it happened. I'm saying you don't know. I don't know. But you get a local. As I said, I remember me and the brother, we used to go to the market. I still used to pay more for everything. Now I go to market with the local. Everything is extremely cheap. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? I was like, okay, well, we didn't know. You know, it wasn't his fault. It was a stranger. They call me a foreigner. They call him a stranger. A stranger is, you're not from this town, so you're a stranger. I'm a foreigner, so, and that's fine. That's exactly what I am. So, I don't have a problem with it. A Black American? Absolutely. Let's get it right, you know? So, I don't know, just something that I just want you to empower you. I want you to know, my landlord made a deal with me. I didn't need him to make a deal with. He didn't think it was, he just said, oh, where's the brother? So he's not around anymore. And he asked a few more times, and I said, oh no, he's not around anymore. I said, oh no, you'll just be dealing with me. And he said, okay, fine. He had no problem with it. He said, oh, you're a woman from America. I'm not going to deal with you. He was like, okay, you've been here. I know you was doing, but I'm not saying I was the brains behind the operation. I'm just saying I was the brains behind the operation. I'm saying this too, I'm sharing because I thought the same thing. Oh my God, how am I going to make it? I'm going to deal. I'm going to do anything. I'm going to get the next place, the next. I don't have this man. I don't have a man. And here I am. You know, I love that. I love that. I know I'm paraphrasing, but it was a quote. And they said, mother said, you know, obviously likes, she said younger men are attractive, so she dates younger men. And her mother said, you know, I guess they got that. Where are they from? I don't know, but the accent sounds very New York, but I don't know if that's where they're from. But he says, her mother said, you got to get yourself a rich man with money. She said, Mom, I am a rich man with money. I love that line. I absolutely love that line. I'm already a rich man with money. In other words, I hear why. So just, you know, accept that. You know what I'm saying? And you're very smart, and you will learn the rest. And there's people that did it before you, and don't jeopardize yourself that way. They have culture too, so I wouldn't do it to myself. And let me just say, like I say under no absolute circumstance if he doesn't have what you have, here especially, because in the States, if a man don't have what you have, you still don't want to do it. But let's say one thing that you know he's not after, unless he's a foreign man. If he's a black American, he ain't trying to use you for your citizenship. Let's stop playing. He can't. That's stupid. He got citizenship. That extra layer complicates things. So you don't that yeah. So you want to. I'm not saying you want to be careful. I'm saying, and then yeah. So then that not evenly yoked is after a while, just like any man in any place in the world, he's going to get a little upset because he thought he was going to be okay with this arrangement. But I find who has the money has the power. I know why the reason why men say they don't want a boss woman. You know why they want a boss woman? Not because the boss woman's bad, shy. You better get your thing. You better do your thing. It's because when a woman has money, just like when a man has money, they feel powerful. So the roles are now reversed. If a woman feels like she gotta give a man money, then she ain't gonna really see him. He's the girl, she's the man, and he's the woman now. A real man is not gonna like it. He's gonna resent you. He's gonna be upset about it because you're gonna be talking to him in a crazy kind of way. Whether you think you're not, you could say you won't, but you will. It's not a good idea, and I can understand that because of the role that men have, that men are supposed to have. In the States too, they'll resent you as well. The man really doesn't appreciate the woman that does that much for them. Why are you doing all this for me? They usually got issues anyway. I'm talking about if the man and woman is even the same age. It's not a good idea. He's not going to feel like a man. But that's not your fault, but it is if you, but guess what? You're going to feel like a man. We do be kind of trying to run things. And I can see why it happens. You got the money. You losing a little respect for him, even though you don't want to let him go. He's losing respect for himself. He's not going to be happy. So if they agree it's okay, if you say, oh, I'm going to help them start their business, that's not your job to do that. He's not a kid. He's a grown man. I know from experience, I'm telling you, he's a grown man. Why would you help him start a business? That don't even sound right to me now. It sounds crazy now. Me and my friend was talking about something today. We was talking about how, you know how we get in these relationships and then we get out and we realize, what was we thinking? We were the crazy ones. How did we think this was going to be a good relationship? How did we think this was going to last? We started laughing. We just talking about different things. She met a crazy man, but she really certifiable, but she said, maybe I'm crazy too. I never met a man that is sleeping on the floor and I'm in a homeless. I mean, this is crazy when you think about it. What was I thinking? How is that going to work out? I'm going to help them. That's not your job. Their job is to help you. And since you already don't need that help, I don't see what role he's going to be able to play that he's going to feel good about in your life. So any man that's even willing to know that you got that much more than him, he could only really be using you. Because he's a man inside. Deep down, African man, I can tell you, deep down, they will do that. They might play the ones that do, but that man part of them is going to come out and they're going to resent you. They're not going to like you. They're going to actually hate you. And of course, they'll cheat on you with a woman who ain't got nothing because guess what? He feels like a man with her. You're going to say, oh, I want him to feel like a man, so I'm going to give him money to start his own business. Honey, the moment you gave him money, he ain't going to feel like a man. Because now, if he moves up in the world, which men tend to do, men date at their economic level. If I only got this and this is all I can get is the older lady, I'm just being honest. I mean, come on, this is talking on myself. Then at that level, I'm going to do it. The older woman is going to build me up. She's going to make me more confident. She's going to make me feel strong about myself. She's going to teach me how to make money and she can't give me none of it. She give me, so that's even better. And then I'm going to realize that I'm a man, because when a man has money, he has power. So now I can get someone else that I really want. But if that man is still not in a position where that woman is, then you are still that same person, that same position. That she met you sleeping on the floor, and your mama living, you homeless, your mama homeless too. They're just stepping stones. Those men really, they self-destruct anyway, because when you ever gonna get ahead, if you don't understand, you gotta stand on your own 2 feet, period. I say that saying that they say broke men should not date, and I'm not being mean. They really shouldn't date. For their own self-esteem, for their own self-worth, you don't have anything to offer her. It's going to be bad. I would never, if my son didn't have no money, if I had a son, I'd be like, baby, get your money first. Get your money first before you go out there, because the women are gonna treat you bad. And the man's not gonna respect that woman. There's no way. If you got more, okay, here's easy. If you got American status, you already probably above him. If he has never ever traveled outside and never saw that, he's going to live. Because once he gets to your country, and now he can see there's even better than you. There's even younger than you. There's even sexier than you. And he still want to feel like a man. He might divorce you, get your money, and go spend it on somebody that don't have what you have. I know we don't want to go down to what it really is, because we want to believe all this other stuff. I learned from my own mistakes. It's real simple. It's real simple, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, I have no emotion if you notice as I'm telling you this, because it's that simple. I think that we're gonna have to accept that we may be single. Maybe be okay with, a lot of women are not gonna be okay with just having sex. Some women can do it. I personally can't do it, but some women can just, it's a roll in the hay, don't mean nothing. Hold on, mine. We're in school right now. I need my fan. It's a roll of the hay, and that's it. You know what? Let me say this. Relationships are hard enough. Marriages are hard enough without the complication of somebody having more than the other one. No, the woman having more than the man. Don't even set yourself up. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. That's what I did. When I met him, he didn't have all that swag. I promise y'all. If I saw your picture, he looked like, no, he didn't have no swag. He didn't have that swag. He didn't have that knowledge and that wisdom. He went out there and started meeting Americans, and they telling him how amazing and wonderful. He felt great. I built him up. I made him better. Now he want to show something that he think is better, but he's a narcissist, so it's actually, he's only here for the takedown. I'll tell you that one for sure. The takedown all the way, but she has way more than him. She may have way more than me. I mean, if you talk about you equating American status, I don't care how cute you are. It's not about that for them. It's not about that for them. And then you got a narcissist that can't feel, that don't have empathy, that is just there to get what he can, that don't love himself, that don't really feel good about themselves, that takes on the identity of whoever they're with. And I think we women too, just being older women, if you meet a man while he still has a woman, I promise you he cannot be good to you. He's showing you the kind of person he is. And let me tell you what that man gonna do. When he leaves you, he ain't gonna trust you anyway, because he knows you knew he had a woman. And even though that was wrong for him to entangle you or triangulate you, even though it was wrong, he's still gonna blame you. You knew he had somebody and you still came over there. He told you some lies and you believed it. Again, I think that we have to accept that with that power, with that money, and with that education as Black women that we have received, there is a price. And the price may be, which is really a beautiful price, is that we may have to be single. And that's not the end of the world. There's a lot of sick puppies out here. Sick puppies. There's a lot of sick puppies out here. You don't want to be nursing one back to health. Maybe a puppy you can, not no grown person. You ain't gonna be able to nurse them back to health. But it's a lot of daddy issue, abandonment issue young ladies. And a lot of us, that's why it's healing from the heart. That's why our heart has to be fixed. Because like I said, what was I thinking? The man was sleeping on the floor and the mom in the bed. What was I thinking? Just think about that. How could that go anywhere? What was inside of me? What was hurting? What was lacking? What was what? You cannot accept proposals from men that absolutely have nothing to offer you. Not even a brain, most of them. They have nothing. That is not a good start. You would not want your daughter to say, "Oh, where does he live? With the men and mama living in the bed." Are you gonna marry him with your degree and your good job and you own a house? Why would you? How could that? That's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. He can't love when a man is cheating on his woman. No matter what he's telling you, you know he's lying. He can't love you. He doesn't know what love is because he could have just ended it with the other person. He could have been mature. That's not love. That can't be. You can't expect. Don't believe them when they say she's crazy. Narcissist. I have really been thinking about this whole thing, about my life and just about age, especially at my age is easy. But the young girls is speaking on it too, and I love it. Singleness is not the end of the world. It may be the beginning. We're so blessed to be able to do so many things that nobody have to say, "Oh, you're a woman and you can't do that and you can't have this." We have shown we could have it. This idea that we think, but the only thing that's missing, that was me, but the only thing that's missing is a man. That's not true. The only thing that's missing is that part of yourself that think that that's true. Heal that. Heal that. Everyone is not going to get a man in that way. We got to accept that we have many lifetimes, and each one is a different experience. We're buying into the white picket fence and the whole bit when Babylon has fallen. And the white picket fence has fallen with it. It was never true in the first place. We come here different ways, have different experiences to express ourselves, but why are we doing things that obviously, how could that work? When you come out of things, then you go, what was you thinking, girl? And now since it's healing from the heart, I go, what was you feeling, girl? What was you feeling? We don't have to, it's not going to end well. It's not going to, yeah, y'all, it's, that great love for yourself, when you really start to feel it, and I'm still growing into it, you don't even want that, like, you would know that person is your friend at the best. He may not even be able to be your friend. He may work for you. He may be somebody that is not, because when people don't do nice things, choose your friends wisely as well. Those are relationships as well. Don't worry about when women say women got to look out for women got to do better, women got to not cheat on other women's men. No, let me tell you something. You're only cheating yourself. You're not doing nothing to that other woman, because what you do is coming back to you. You did that to yourself. You have a lesson. I had a lesson. Everything that I went through was my lesson. What was I not paying attention to? Now, I didn't meet the one I was with. He had a woman. She was. Ain't nobody show up. Ain't nobody came around. There was nothing for me to indicate. Nobody came in my. It was nothing. But narcissists always have multiple women, though. Multiple partners. Some of them are not just women, if they're men even. There's always. The idea of a main supply, it's true. The main supply is the one that provides the comfort, that provides the stability, the wife or the wifey. But when they're getting ready to get rid of you, they're already grooming for years the next supply, main supply, to take the other one. And you know when the main supply not people is getting ready to get discarded is because she's saying, no, I'm not like this. I got boundaries. I want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. He like, that's too much problem. Go over here and make it easy for me. And they're always looking for the bigger, better deal. So in this case here, if the man, if you're an American, but you're never gonna go out to America, you about to get discarded. Because we're trying to get to America, okay? We're trying to get better. It's so much to navigate. But rather than worrying about navigating what's out there, we have to learn how to navigate what's inside. So our vibrational frequency, I believe that women can have, we're gonna clean up our act, we're gonna have our hearts together, we're gonna do the inner work, we're not gonna just be great in degrees and great in our work that we have and great in our education, all that. We're gonna be great in our hearts, but we still may not end up with a guy. If you are I'm seeing that if you are really good with yourself, you really love yourself, that wouldn't even be a necessary, it wouldn't be a longing, it wouldn't be long, when you have the words longing, aching, that's trauma. That's missing something. You're not even gonna want that. Your life is so fulfilling. But I'm telling you, there are some things that are obvious. You don't have to be spiritual, you don't have to be any of that. If you as a woman, because of the dynamics of men and women, if you as a woman got more than him, if you met him sleeping on the floor, if you met his mama and daddy sleeping on the floor too, I'm just saying, you have to really look at that and say, what the hell am I getting myself into? If he's in and out of mental hospitals, you have to ask yourself, what the hell am I getting myself into? If he's in and out of jail, you got to ask yourself, what the hell, and I use hell, am I getting myself into? This can't work out. Somebody likes to do the statistical this can't work out. Let me say another thing, just about narcissists. So let's say the narcissist says, oh, I can work for myself, but you already climbing the ladder, you already successful. He's going to be very jealous of you. Because if you don't give him money, he's going to be angry with you because he'll look at you like, you see me struggling, why don't you give me money? If you do give him money, he's going to be angry with you because he'll be like, you think I'm nothing? It's too much psychological stuff going on with that. You made it, they can make it too. No excuses with, well, no. I was on the auction block standing next to you. I was on the auction block just like you. I was sold and my children stripped away just like you. I was raped and beaten just like you. You have to remember that. We have to remember that. So, anyway, is it bad to help the women village as well? Tell me, I don't understand that question. Let me know. It's wonderful to have that kind of work. Yes. Okay, Felicia, is it bad to help the women village as well? Ask me that again. Kristen says, so true. Lakeisha says, you are telling the truth. My father told me this when I was younger. A real man will tell you that. But men like that, those kind of men, they target women who don't have fathers. Those are the easiest ones. They know them women well because they never got that. I didn't grow with a father telling me. That's what I knew. When I got in my 20s, I was so mad at my father that I didn't even know, because I was like, how could you not? I'm out here in these streets. I'm fucking lost because you wasn't there to tell me how to navigate being with men and how men think. Now we have a plethora of information. That's a lot, but we didn't have that. And let me tell you, that old wisdom, just because we in 2025, Ghanaian men show me it, but Black American men saying the same stuff. They are still men. Don't let the calendar rolling around fool you. So yes, ma'am. Yes. Peace, sisters. Hey, Jim. Peace. Blessings, Queen Sister, great rise. And Felicia says, thank you. You have to be very careful. I have heard some horrifying stories coming out of Gambia. Murder and Jewish from, yeah, and that's the other thing. It's real though. That's not even like fake. I would not get, as a person who did get involved, just listen to Auntie if you can. I would not take that chance. Most likely those things are happening. Those things are happening. And you don't, it's not worth it when you could have just been platonic. And that man's thinking a lot too. Let me tell you how they think here too. So you are single and you came over here and in 3 weeks or whatever, 2 weeks, 5, whatever you do, because I've seen mostly it's that. They come on vacation and they get engaged, get married, whatever. In my case, it was a grooming going on for years, but I'm just saying, in general. They don't respect you because they're trying to wonder, if you're so great, why no man back there married you? I swear they are men, they think just like men. They know they don't think you're that much, because in their culture, if a woman's not married by 30, then she's a spinster. What you call it? An old maid. Nobody wants her. Nobody will ever want her. Something's wrong with her. They're not accepting you. If you cussing and carrying on and acting, they would never be with a woman like that. They couldn't even bring that woman to their mama. They are not making exceptions for you. They are men. They are still, just stop looking at them as something other than a man. They are men with an accent. I'm not even mad at them. We should know what a man is. But some of us, the inner child don't know. The inner child is still hurting. That's why the heart-to-heart healing center is so important. Because that's the only way, at my age, that you can still fall for the okie doke. Because you never fixed that shit. And if you don't, and you come out there talking about, I'm waiting for my soulmate. Oh, it will be your soulmate, all right. Besides, we need to put negative connotations on the soulmate thought idea instead of the positive, dreamy one, the fantasy. I'm not talking about God named man, I'm talking about men. There's an order, whether we want it or not. There's an order. A real man wants to provide, and a real man will, but sometimes we don't let them because it's desperation, but it's really the missing parts of ourselves that never got healed. We're not bad women that's coming. We're not bad people, but when we come here, I think our hurt and our lack of therapy in the right place is magnified when we get here, because the attention and we don't understand. It's not really real, and it's just they gotta do what they gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Everybody gotta do what they gotta do. So there's no judgment here. But you don't have to sleep with them to get work done. You can get land, and but they will assist you, and you should allow that to happen, and you should compensate them very well, and everybody go home and be happy. Most likely they got a wife and kids anyway, just to be honest with you. I would love us we gotta respect ourselves. But that's the only way we can respect ourselves. Respect is not just the biggest deal. It only comes after loving ourselves. Of course, if you don't love yourself, you're not gonna respect yourself. Don't judge yourself for not respecting yourself. It was just because you didn't love yourself. You didn't know. And like I said, a lot of us didn't even have daddies to put us on from a real place. Some of us just keep going into the same thing, thinking like, what happened? So I appreciate y'all. Anyway, I just gave you a class. Tomorrow we are having a class, and we are digging deep, and we are coming with solutions. It's not just warnings, it's solutions. It's real work. And if you are interested, it is a master class from 12 to 2 p.m. Give yourself 12 to 3. It's via WhatsApp. It's via Zoom. I don't have a website, but you can make a payment with MasterCard. You could, but you can make a payment with PayPal, Zelle, or my CashApp. It's $50. You say this is for Sunday's masterclass. And make sure I got an email. I can get back to you, send you the link. And it starts tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So adjust your time to that time. Y'all think y'all got it all, but I got something for you. And I hope you come. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. I know it's afrocentric design. For those that are new to my channel, it could be anything. We're going to get a little decor, but we're going to get a little knowledge and wisdom at the same time. So accept it. All righty, I'm finished. Oh, okay, I want to get this one. Yes, now this is true. Yes. Giam says, everything you say is gospel truth. My daddy tried to warn me, but I married my first husband. Yeah. The dads too, I mean, they only can do so much, right? So that's true too. It's not a them against us. It's just this is a reality. You know, narcissists, they always talk about the new supply, and the old supply was worried about the new supply. The new supply is going to get the same you got, but she's going to get it worse because they become better at what they do. They don't have love. I pray for those that go harsh on you. The regular guy, he's just going to take advantage because you allow him to. We have to protect ourselves. Maybe our daddies did try. Maybe some of us never had a dad to tell us. Maybe we didn't listen if they did. But in the end, we're going to make the final choice. So we have to make sure we listen to ourselves enough to know. So yes, but Felicia, jealous women in the village, if you're trying to help them with good intentions, yeah, you got to be careful of that too. Yeah. You really do. I say I wouldn't be friendly with everybody. I wouldn't be friendly. I mean, you'd be cordial, you'd be nice, but can nobody come in your house? You're not going to be hanging out with them and no, you're not going to be watching their kids. No, you're not part of that. They don't expect that from you. Play your position. And it's not a dominant one. It is a foreign one. Act accordingly. Greet, be respectful, be a good neighbor. But I would not be befriending them. I mean, I don't think that's safe. What do you have in common? Absolutely nothing. They can see you the same way, so you want to be careful. Not that they're just lovely. Everybody lovely from far away. I'll keep it that way. You'll be fine, but be smart. Be smart. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you for that. I understand. Real life Hunger Games out here. That's right. Felicia, yes. They will put love charms on you, so you will give them everything. So I've heard. Now that's true too. I mean, it's true. I mean, I know we don't want to deal with this. It's true. It's true. Sometimes you realize, you say, what was I thinking? It wasn't you. You wasn't thinking. They had your mind. They tied you up. There's a thing they got, yeah, that's not a story. I won't tell you about that, but they do tie. Yeah. I personally think I was supposed to be dead. I personally think that I was supposed to not make it, honestly. Somehow, the strength of my ancestors, child, I made it. But they do. I mean, I'm just going to agree because I'm not going to go deeper than you want a consultation, I give it to you. But Felicia's right. I mean, don't take this thing lightly. It's not like a joke. I mean, it doesn't. Absolutely. Thank you, Felicia. This is a video that needs to go viral. This video is truth. Thank you, Diane. I shared it on Facebook twice. Thank you. Can you check your email? I will, Lakeisha. I will do it right now. I'll do it right now. I love y'all. I thank y'all. Had a great time. Healing from the House Center. Very important place over there. I'll see you on the next one. Join the class. Peace and love. You are strong and too many love and respect you. Thank you. We got you. Thank you, Felicia. Thanks for sharing. You are very welcome. Peace and love.